Alrighty, so here we are. This is mostly just a camera test. I got a new JVC Handycam, even though Handycam is probably Sony's trademark name, but same deal. I'm going to try out these new Remflex exhaust header gaskets on the S10. The next thing to oil leaks that I can't stand is exhaust leaks. Basically, we all know what these cheap Chinese knockoffs look like. That graphite or cheap aluminum impregnated crap. Then you get your factory multi-layer deals, which these are pretty much reusable. Should just reuse those, but I'm going to do a little bit of a product review. Remflex, part number 2072s, 1/8 inch thick. I already did the driver's side. These things crush down nicely. And now I'm going to do the passenger side. I have to remove the passenger side header because I want to reseal the collector as well. These Chinese swap headers, while they're made fairly decent, the hardware and accessories they supply with them, in my opinion, is junk. From the bolts to the gaskets, junk. So I'm going to get to it. One thing I will note, to get to the collector bolts, it's a real pain in the butt. To get them from the bottom, then you get them from the top. So I want to show you a trick, what I'm going to do. Basically, I'm going to put the bolts in through the top, and then I'm going to weld the bolt head to the collector flange. That way, so all you have to do is just tighten them up underneath with an impact, or a ratchet, or whatever. That way you're not fighting with trying to get your hands in real tight places to hold the nut and so on and so forth. It's a good little trick, especially on these S10s and maybe a G-body or something that's got a really tight collector on a shorty style header. You're not going to believe it took me 40 minutes to get to that collector, just to get to the fasteners. I'm going to take care of that real quick, and you can see why it failed. Look at the gasket. Pieces, parts. So, what I'm going to do is clean these bolts up. I'm going to weld them to the flange. That way I'm not having to do this with two hands. And I'll use a flange nut, zip, 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 call it a day. Got some copper collector gaskets. I think I may double stack these. I hate exhaust leaks, guys. So here's our end result. I welded the studs to the collector flange using 2 copper gaskets. This is how you fix the sealing issue on these cheap Chinese swap headers. I like the leak here. I don't know if it's because the metal isn't thick enough. I busted out the old China Freight welder 90 amp unit. Just a heads up, the turd doesn't weld terribly bad, as long as you got a good ground and a fresh tip on it. So let's get this turd back. See if I can get this thing in there one-handed without breaking any spark plugs off. Like a glove. I don't think these headers seal that good either. Sounds like it's got a couple. Tighten them up and try again. I let it cool down. I retighten the header bolts. from inside the car, it's a lot, or inside the truck, it's a lot quieter. Meaning the leak. Or any exhaust leak, really. Much quieter.